PNG top. All right, say hi to YouTube. This will be on YouTube later in like 12 weeks. It's so crazy saying that. In like 12 weeks. Like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell down so the Ghost to 13-month series doesn't get you and you can stay notified. I don't have the shirt right now, but you know, Wolhaiksong pulled up 100,000,000 wings or whatever. So we'll see what they're cooking up. But let me see what the chat's saying first. SLU is cooking, but I don't know what he's cooking. Chapter is okay. Ton of stuff once again. But yeah, I posted it in the chat. I think I can see it. This chapter of TJ pissed me off. SC only cooked with his Rachel design. How was the Kubera chapter? Berg. If you don't like the way your shit getting flipped, Berg, change the shit, Berg. It was good. It was good. I really liked it this week. I really liked it. I'm very excited for Anna and Lee's conversation. I think this is the first TOD stream I've managed to catch on Twitch instead of YouTube in weeks. Oh snap! Well, I see that man Gustang. He's standing. That's my dude. That's my guy. I'm gonna make Rachel a little smaller, or because you blocking the greatness. You in the way. Put it right there. Okay, Gustang. He stands up, bro. He's just looking at nothing. What are you doing? Okay, Shinwan Ryu ship pops up. His eyes are shaded. The ship approaches him. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. The guy that Baam had to break his barrier through. He had to put his back into it. You know what I'm saying? I have never seen setting up something this long and big for SIU. We'll see. I have to read it first. Give me a sec. Family leader, I have brought you your book. I am pleased to have completed the task you have given me. Family leader, please take and read this book. And the book is like floating as he's kneeling and looking up at him. It goes towards Gustang. Now that I've fulfilled the mission I was born, is he turning it to Shinsu? He's turning it like water. Shinsu. I can go back to the scriptures as a line of text. Wait, this was like not a real nigga. You some book Titus Titus like you some book fanfic. Okay, well, I suppose it is what it is. Please hope that this book can save the family leader from that ignorance that has been tormenting him. And Gustang is just there looking at the book. This book. And there's Traumer. I guess they're gonna read at the same time, or he's gonna solve the maze when as Gustang reads. It's finally back in my hands. I guess, spatial distortion. He's out of there. He's gonna read it at his desk or something. He sits down. You know what I can say I've liked about this chapter a lot so far in a lot of ways. There's not a lot of text, and I'm gonna argue this. He's done a lot of good with just the imagery. Like Gustang looks determined to find out the truth about what's going on. He's sitting down. He's looking down with like bated breath. So like this is good imagery. I like this. And I guess he's trying to like summon the words. Gustang is trolling himself. I need you to make her a little bigger. Richmont said to Michael they were born from the scriptures. They meant that literally. Okay, true. Pain shit. 10 family members are elite meat writers. Richmont was a cocky shit. Not gonna lie, why does this Gustang problem sitting down the chair go so hard? I like it. Yeah, I like these. The one after so. He's just there in his library. He almost looks tentative, like, what am I about to read? What do it? He's looking at it. This book has no content. Please don't tell me because of Baam. Baam really stole the scriptures? He stole the text, bro. I thought he copied it at least. Oh my god, he stole it. He stole the words. So Gustang getting this book is useless then. So why was he so worried about him getting it? He doesn't have the words. That's crazy. CBL. He turns it. The contents of this book have been transmitted to those who deserve to know the truth. I will be guilty of ignorance as a sinner who has changed history no matter how hard I try to cleanse my sins. The only truth I am allowed to know is that All 13 of us are sinners. Hmm. Okay. I was about to write Gustang opens the book and it's empty. Bam ate the text, but it is actually empty. Man, yep, crazy. This man S needs to start trolling it. Bam. Minus Bam out of 10. Kirby ass ish. Past Gustang said future Gustang ain't worthy. So those are words written by him. That's not a byproduct of Bam touching the book and being like, I'm worthy, bitch. You're not. I don't know what to do with this information. I don't know what you guys want from me. I'm gonna just keep reading. Gustang is like dot 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 dot. Are you trying to tell me that that child deserves to know the truth and I don't? Dumas. It seems that the irregular has stolen the contents of the book. Since the irregular is coming to the great match, catch him and bring him to me. Roger that. Dumas versus Bam. All 13 of us in it in the end. The 13 of us. It seems that we will have no choice but to fight amongst ourselves in ignorance. Traumere. It's time. What's up, Blaze? The man can eat text. I'm so fast. The only man with a bigger brain than Gustang is Gustang himself. Because he is 6'9", 280 pounds from the outside of the tower. LeBam James, yes, sir. Rachel looks good. I'm about to remove Rachel. Yup. That's too much Rachel praise in one stream. It's enough. That's enough. Is she there twice? No, she's not. Where's Elaine? Don't have an Elaine one? Where's she at? There it is. There you go. Now everything is right in the world. Since that one dude is a word man, how many of Gustang's kids do you think are part of our part paragraph? I'm not gonna lie to you. I had the thought. I just didn't want to think about it. Like, please, Tiara, don't be. Please, Tiara, be real. Tiara needs to be flesh and blood, and that's all. That's all I need. Everyone else can be fake as long as Tiara. I guess Bellaria too. Finally, this was a bam. Let's end this debate. If they even really fight, though, you never even know. They might not even really actually fight a fight to the end. Bad to the Bone says, I'm really getting tired. I'm getting really tired of how SAU keeps teasing us with lore but never actually delivers lore. I think this decision to give us the memories to Bam and the center of the story even more on him is quite questionable. If Bam wasn't so passive, understand, but he's one of the most passive protagonists I've ever seen. He's not a character that tends to take the story into his own hands by being proactive and active. Bam is the type of main character that he's pushed and pulled by the waves of the story and just kind of reacts to what's going on. He is pretty reactionary. I don't think it's inherently a good or bad thing, but I understand your point though. Now let's wait and see how the Bam non-believers on YouTube will react when Bam beats Dumas. Did Bam tell anything about it like Kun must be curious and probably his only child? You can 3D print Tiara? Please no, just be real. Just be real, please. I think Dumas is probably real, right? Guys, wait, lol, in due time, SU will provide the lore, let him cook. That sounds like some Believe in Oda shit to me. Star! What's this? What's this? This looks nice. That's the answer. The stars? You should say the answer. You just said it. The answer to this maze is the star that shines brightly. Did he escape? Is the maze gonna go away? It looks like the maze is going down. And the path, well, the bookshelves are going down, and now it looks like the path, the opening is being revealed. And there's a door. And he's cracking is still behind him, or that must be the exit. Let's go. He's walking. He's walking similar to how there's a lot of this. I like the imagery with no words that's been happening with these two. Like they're on their way to a great battle. Traumere. Traumere. Is that the Kraken? In the end, you didn't manage to remember me here. What the fuck? I'm trying to make out what it is. What am I looking at? I don't know what it is. Is it a person? I don't know. I can't tell. It's a swirly energy. Trauma looks back at it. We will see you soon. Okay, hold on. A horn? I think. Yo, why I look like Death Lady? Look like a Death Lady silhouette. All right. We will see you soon. Trummer's like, Nani? Who is it? And keeps walking. Gustang. Already gone? Question mark. Congratulations on having solved the riddle. I will tell you the location of the great match. The Sprout. What the hell are you planning? I'd better go at once. Oh, he's going there right now, immediately. Okay. Baam's group, the station. A third force? Lore teasing? God, he really Korean Oda? Yeah. Yeah. Um, hey, a tie into Rachel and her star obsession. Okay, yeah, I guess the stars. I mean, yeah. Now it makes sense why every polka dot family looks like Gustang. They're probably a part of his personality or his essence. You think that's what it is? Why are bros sleeves so long? Told you he is cooking for a long time. He really is confident of the lore he is saving and told us the end of the arc. I mean, listen, man. Speak for yourself. I don't know what he's doing. I have no faith. I have to just see what happens. I don't. It could be great. It could be ass. It could be somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not making any assertions. I'm just very confused right now. A native, maybe looks like Leviathan, possibly the fusion of a monster when you polymorph and three water dragons. So what book is Tiara? Um, that bitch, Hermithy, the goat. You mean besides the Sahar family, there are also external forces that are involved in this war? Okay. Yes, they appeared in my family some time ago, and with my father's permission, they are running this war as they please. I don't want to go against my father's will, but Mate and I believe they are dangerous. That man just be stanced up like this for real, bro. Like my man has one pose, eh? My man just stands like this at all times. And then he be double cheeked up in the panel with his hard ass, concrete ass, doper ass booty in the panel. Just oh shit. And we are acting independently to keep them in line while still following our father's orders. Who are they? Is Keaton allowed them to? Probably yes. Well, we still don't know exactly who is behind the shadows. We just wait in the shadows. By the way, did you get the location of the great match? Yes, but our sub is damaged. There's no way we can make it to the great match. If we split up, it'll be a battle to get there, and both sides will be packed with armies. With the submarine broken, it'll be difficult for both teams to get to the Sprout. There he is, the pessimist. I'm not. Who said that to him? Tiara? Tiara says tackler to Kun, but that word is used for negative or pessimistic people, those who protest or reject opinions in a negative way. Hmm. The Book of Dummies. Mate, Matel, Willie, are you a slave in utero apologist? I should cosplay as him, Naya? As who? I always said I'll do a rec one day. I said that like 5 years ago though. One post. Oh, you mean Mate? One post pants optional. Imagine professional has a professional pose and I respect it. Imagine Chiara's fake and you didn't even know it. I know I'm gonna cry. The Dami librarian. I told you this man been out here making artificial test tube babies. Hey man, thought he was fucking. Then we'll have to find another way. Grandpa, and granddaddy. He really has one arm. It's very obvious in that panel. Thank you, Grandpa. You came, Father. I'm sorry I didn't protect myself properly and made you come here. I always sorry. I just wanted to point out that the suspendium in her hand was just funny to me. Look for like her little hairdo. I always end up saying I'm sorry to you, Father. No, it is I who am too heavy a burden for you. We've been through a lot so far. Okay, good dad. See, I like him. I like a little bit on. I can no longer trust Keaton and leave him in charge of the army and family. We will move with our troops to the place where the rescue signal is coming from. Rescue the branch leaders and capture Keaton. I'm getting back to the main topic. There is no way we can move quickly. You can leave that matter to me, Mr. Goruro. Oh, don't trust his ass. He's just trying to get back in the group chat. don't don't trust him. He's not. Oh, God. There's one thing about this series and other series is like I'm tired of people not being smart off the rip, man. Don't I would whatever. They trust him right now. Why not Mate cosplay? I don't want to be him. I don't like him. I have no opinions of Mate. Fuck that nigga. I'm trying to be somebody raw, like Urek. Got my chest out. You know what I'm saying? Tatted on the back. You know what I'm talking about? Got the drip. He's him. Fuck a Mate. Nigga, just be this. I'm not my guy. I'd rather be Zamzam. Behold, the second good father in the family. Oh, the false CPL is here. Lobodon is a walking L. He give me Wang Wang vibes. I like him. I think he's been a solid character that's been introduced during this war. I'm not saying he's the pinnacle of anything or he's so great. He's so expertly written. Let me make a 30-minute video about it. But he's solid. I like him. I don't have an issue with him. Imagine Naya cosplays Amate with his concrete cheeks. My shit. I'm thick. So I built like Chun Li. This guy will be able to get us there quickly. Inside the Dugon submarine was a ship which is the fastest with excellent stealth function. If we board this guy and use the navigator's route, I'm sure we'll get there in time. Doesn't it? Doesn't look fast at all, does it? Let him eat us? Don't judge him by his looks, because this guy's incredibly fast. Of course, there's a disadvantage. Only a few people can board him, excluding me. There's only room for about 5 more people. There are many teleport ships on the station, so if we're going to split in two, it'd be better if the team going to the great match boarded this ship, and the team going to the rescue to the rescue, the branch leaders boarded the teleport ships. Actually, we could board more people here, but I mentioned that we will only have 6 people coming. Interesting. He lying. Then I will definitely have to board that blowfish together with them since I am the watchman and their supporter. I wonder if Guerrero is also a traitor. Yeah, you should be thinking about that, Lobanon. I'd love to join you, but I have to get back to the branch leaders. Well, then that leaves 3 seats available. I'll go too. You haven't forgotten who contributed most to this incident, have you? Dorsey, come on, man. You're just a taxi. Mr. Candidate, I will go too. Hey, not everyone will be able to go. Since there seems to be limited seating, let's do something simple, fair and simple, to exclude those who really need to go. What do you mean something? Please be real, Tiara. You gotta be real. Let's kill each other, and the one who survives will win the right to go. That would be the fairest thing to do, wouldn't it? And she said that shit like it's some fucking master plan. Pushing her glasses in. No, she's. I need it. I want it. I need it. I'm gonna have it. Just play rock paper scissors, right? What she's so unserious, bro. Rock paper scissors. Act. A few minutes later. Yeah, so he's probably saving something for the end. I just don't have faith that I used to for the series to believe it's worth it. Just think Kubera, so yeah, I feel it. Guerrero, as JD Legend would say, is a rat. And Dorsey, I like Tiara's solution secretly. Tiara's crazy. She get along with Macheni. Tiara is her. That's my bitch. These members. So Guerrero didn't go. Or is not going, I guess. Rack should really stay behind. We don't need Rack to go anywhere. Guerrero should be with Bam. So the team that's going on the ship is Dorsey, Rack, Bam, Tiara. But wait, you said you could take 6 in total though. So is Aguero going too? So is Aguero? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can take one more. I hope it goes well. Most of the enemies we will face from here on out will be rankers or high rankers. So unless they are like Pobidao, Tiara, or Bam, they will be hard to deal with. You sure you don't want to go with Bam? You won, didn't you? That's okay. No, you should have refused. Since the princess seemed to want it very much, and I need to meet with Doan. Why did you have to win? What's everything was decided by blows in the end. Besides, I have a bad relationship with the Bransleys and Lobo be a family. I guess it's my destiny to meet them first. See, he's a true CBL. He's like, I don't need to be there. He's good. They don't need me. Primal punch. He alright. I'm gonna go do what I gotta do while the goat does what he has to do. See? Cha, he knows. That's my guy. That's not really my guy though, but you know what I'm saying. You guys come with me. I think you'll be safer with me than running away. Well, that's what we'll do then, father. Well, it seems we have to divide up the teams more or less. Let's get going. All right, so they split up to the great match. Pobedal's army. I thought it was Third Fleet. Oh, that's loose like ship, right? The the word debris has meaning of unknown space object. Commander, a debris-like object is approaching us. It doesn't seem to be Lopobia family. What should we do? Send out a scout for now. There could be allies or suspicious people on board. If they are allies, tell them to bring them in, but if they are suspects, tell them to kill them immediately. This is captain of the third fleet of the Pobedao army, high ranker Pobedao. Oh, Varane! Varane! Hey! It's another football name that I could have added to the list. But UEFA and FIFA, they don't want me to be great. Some more footballers, bro. Bro, we here. It's my guy. Lord Grace, we have approached the defenses of the Pobedao army. Oh shoot, is he drunk? Why are you laid out like that? They say we must break through this barrier so that the Slayer candidate can get to the great match. Well, since we're here, it wouldn't hurt to give that boy a hand. Oh, pierce it. Oh, pierce. Ooh, piercing wave. Okay, and the moth butterfly guy, he's doing something. Oh, the chapter's done. Okay, that's the end of the chapter. How did y'all feel about the chapter? What did you guys think? I want your opinion. Okay. Um, I like Kun ain't going. Kun ain't going too much. Kun is he not going? I couldn't tell if he was going or not because he said he could take 5 people with him. There's only 5 people on the ship, so I don't know. It looks Bam is Sam Cha football time baby. Yep. Zidane final villain because Zidane. Zizou. Zizou gonna be nice with his feet if he comes through. Loose like said, I light these bitches up. Well, the chapter has made me think neither family is winning this war. CBL coming out on top. That's an opinion, I guess. What's good? What's up, Simi? No, so no Wolhaiksong, you were right last week when you said you don't buy into the hype. Yep, it was okay. I wish Gus got the memories. Yeah, we'll see if he gets them at some point. I don't know, but I don't say this because I'm trying to be like mean and down on the series or whatever. But SIU and Oda have been doing the same shit in a lot of ways, in my opinion, in their stories, where it's a lot of setting up a setup for setup sake that never really pays off. A bunch of fake hype by adding a bunch of stuff we're never really gonna get to, and I'm more forgiving of TOG because it's earlier in its series. I don't know how long it's supposed to be, all things considered. Whereas I believe 1100 chapters into One Piece, some of the shit that he does at this point is unacceptable. But yeah, last week when I saw Wolhaiksong, I knew we weren't gonna get a follow up the week after. I knew that deep down in my heart. I'm just there to be like, God, who could it be? Is it Bayek Is it Mazzino? And we just talk about it, and then nothing happens from it. He just. I told you guys, I'm just rolling a dice. I didn't even dislike the chapter, all things considered. I really didn't. It's just, can we get to the point? Just go to the fucking game. I'm tired of this. All of this stuff is just slowing it down. And it's what I was saying in one of the videos earlier, where it's like he seems to slow down in odd areas, and then other areas it seems like he's rushing things. Because I still think the idea that FUG, two family heads, and seeing some of the top tiers in the families fight and what they can do, what they're capable of, Hajin Sung and Wolhike Sung and the Jahard Empire is also here too. Is like, damn, it's a lot of heavy hitters all here in the same arc at the same time. So yeah. TR still got a pen either. Yeah, I know. I like this chapter and past Gustang planning the book for Bam and Tram. Be seeing some of the past in the maze is also dope for me. Fair enough. You can go straight to admit Bam as partner. He is saving the end of the year maybe and start a new arc in January. I don't like that. I don't like when they do that shit either. Like Oda will do something like, "Oh, I want this chapter 1,000." Like, nah, bro, just write the story. I don't like that. But maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't know SIU's thought process. Well, I guess all those surface level observations were right. TOG really is the one piece of webtoons because SIU and Order are kindred spirits, all in the worst ways. For Gustang, why drag it out? I'm not making any excuses or rationalizations for him. I'm just gonna shrug my shoulders. I don't know, bro. And remember, with me on a personal level, my level of interest is lower than most of y'all's in some ways because you guys care about world building and lore. I don't give a fuck. I like characters, and then right after characters, for me, the most important thing is subplot and central plots. Some might be even whatever. I don't give a fuck about all this fake lore that they're trying to disseminate on us because I actually understand what lore and world building is better than the average reader. And I have made this point ad nauseum that when people talk about world building a lot of the time, they just think it means a fantasy place, and they don't think about the people as part of world building. And yes, a series can take place in real life New York and still have world building and lore. And but people don't get that. They're like, oh, it's fantasy world, fantasy land, oh, this and that. Like it's just like, but it's hard talking. It's hard talking with a lot of people about this stuff because they don't actually understand storytelling. They've never written an actual story or have works published. And on top of that, they only read manga really pretty much or like webtoons and stuff like that. Like they don't have the diverse palette that I have. I've read things in different languages. I've read things from different time periods, different mediums, from from a play to articles to nonfiction to fiction to fantasy. That's you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I believe that my understanding is greater than the average person. And I'm qualified to talk about it because I have published short stories. So that's why I always feel confident coming on here and telling you guys shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. Now, if we were talking about math, I'll I'll take a step back. I can barely add. I know where my strengths lie and my weaknesses lie, but I don't know what we're doing, people. I'm just here for the ride like the rest of y'all. I don't have any answers for you. Just all I have are questions. Just to see what happens, to see how it plays out. And maybe by the end of all of it, it makes perfect sense. It's great. And all of my bitching and whining, I just look stupid in the end, and I'll be the first to be like, hey, I bitched and whined for no reason. I have no problem doing that. So would I recommend starting Sakamoto Days? I enjoy Sakamoto Days. I like it. I would say yeah. It's good. Pascasting must have really hated himself for wiping his own memories. I think, yeah, I actually think you guys. I'm gonna give y'all credit. I think you guys interpreted this better than I did initially. I thought somehow when Bam absorbed the contents that he that like maybe it ended up putting something in text like Bam is worthy of knowing and you're not worthy of knowing. But Bam stole the contents and past Gustang is the one who told present Gustang that the only thing you're allowed to know is that you're a sinner along with the 12 other sinners. But this information is not for you. And that's why he's like, so I can't know, but that child can. Dumas, bring that little nigga to me. So which I think was a bad idea. I think if it was that serious, he should go himself. But we'll see what Dumas can do and cook up. He always he always tiara as good as always this chapter. I hope she's not a doodle on a piece of paper. That's exact. I hope she's not a scribble, not fucking like tiara. I just tiara be real. Please be real. Just be real. Don't be some fucking a passage in the Bible. It's now established that the family heads will go on to fight without knowing the reason. So do you think that some of these family heads will go out without knowing the past? Will the past be something left for Bam and the people who follow convert to him? That's a good question. Like, I don't know. I think they'll probably find out in the game or right before they die if something of the sort happens, but it's hard to say. Because I didn't expect Gustang to just get the book and not have it in there, but I kind of did. I'm like, because I thought I went with the thought process. Bam, copied the contents, not absorbed it or stole it. So I was not prepared for him to be like, oh shit, blank. So we'll have to see. Which one of you upset Naya? That monologue was personal. it's just it's just years of watching morons on Twitter, Twix, X, Twitter, and stuff like that in my comment section just like act high and mighty about knowing something that I would argue this is my academic or cerebral specialty. Like It's analysis, it's storytelling, it's the deconstruction of text and how I can analyze a piece of work. Like that's what I excelled at school, and I've written short stories. I've shadowed people who worked in the comic book industry and things like that. And I don't like when it's just like random user 816. All you do is read manga. You don't even read books, and you try to tell me about storytelling. Shut your fucking ass up. 'Cause I don't do that if someone's like, I'm a geologist. Did you know in this part of the world, the igneous rocks? Like, I'm not gonna be the one to be like, actually, like, no. That's not what I specialize in. I don't like that shit. I'm not saying you can't have an opinion. I'm not saying you have to be a mathematician to talk about numbers or something of that sort, but it's just like too many people speak very proudly on shit they have no fucking idea about. Case in point, what's happening in the Middle East. These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They know nothing about the history. They can't even point to that place in the map, and they're yapping, 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 yapping. Shut up. I don't like people who are misinformed and just talk their ass off. It's mad annoying. How many times do you hear me tell you I don't know if I don't know something? I tell you I don't know. Because I don't want to pretend that I know something if I don't. If you're like, hey, what do you think is gonna happen? I don't know. That's my answer. I'm being honest. I'm not trying to run from an answer. I just don't have an answer for you. I didn't think about it. I don't know. We know that he acknowledges as Bam as the guy, and then Bam will tell him. It's interesting that all 13 words were sinners, V and Arlene included. Yes. Strong characters delegating work to weaker characters has always been annoying to me. Just go do it yourself, especially for something this important. I could understand if it was like a low level thing or something, but it's like I need these memories. I would just go myself. But I think Gus has an intellectual ego. He thinks he's too smart to lose, and that's why I don't think he went himself. I could see that. I could see that. That makes sense to me. Isn't it predictable that Gustang will humble himself a bit and maybe then he can read it after? It might just be to get him to ream Bam. Also, Gustang is a man of history and forever punished himself for writing the falsified story of the winner. Yeah, world building is considered to how that would affect culture and stuff like that in the world. That's why I say something like, if God or a deity does not exist in your world, a character should not say, "Oh my God," or Jesus Christ. If it's like a fantasy land with its own religion, you shouldn't have that. You should never say Jesus Christ unless Jesus Christ is actually a figure in your world. It's stuff like that that I have to point out. But you're right. It's probably less that Bam stole the information and more the book gave the information to him as a function. Okay, I can see that too. Characters reacting, Team Bam LOL. Gustang remind me of Light. Yagami? Interesting. Gustang's telling that nigga Dumas is calculated. He don't seem like the kind of person to underestimate Bam. He knows Dumas is gonna smack that ass. If they even fight. That's the thing, like when it came up, people are like, oh, we'll finally have the answer. And I was like, will we? How many times does a fight really conclude in this series? From start to finish. Where we have a definitive winner or loser, and we know exactly where their levels of strength lie. I could see them playing a tickle butt and Bam hitting him with something. It's like, oh, the spell, and something happens and doesn't even conclude the way you think it would. I don't know if they're even gonna fight. But if they do, I got Bam. Of course I got Bam. That's the guy. He's the one. And Dumas, unfortunately, if the spell that he has like is like Karaka's and his magic is a spell in any capacity, Bam is a walking this is the walking magic not magic card, Yu-Gi-Oh card D spell. So that gimmick might not even work on him. Where it's like my body blah blah. It's like, yeah, but I'll just break the spell when I touch you, Shinwan Ryu, and it's over. So it might just be a bad matchup. I think if you use magic or you're a spell user, it's not good. It's not good for you to fight Bam. Also, Bam currently has the pen on him. Who knows if he uses that? The funny thing is that Bam thinks that Gustang already has the info. I think so too, based on what he said. The warriors entered the tower, caused a mess, genocide took over, then replaced their memories so that they would think they were heroes. You think they're like actually like just criminals? They're like the original Gote 13, just like bloodthirsty mercenary or something. Like that'd be interesting, honestly. I kind of like the idea that maybe especially the ones I like the idea of flipping it. Like I like the idea that Gustang is one of the better ones, one of the better people of the 13, and V and Arlene might not be as great as we think or people might hope. I kind of like that idea, but that remains to be seen. I think saying "Oh my God" is okay as long as they specify which God they are speaking about. Yes, like if the God's name is like pure life, and I'm like, "Oh my pure life," well, OM PL, but yeah, or just oh my Zeus, oh by Hera's name, something like that. But yeah, the reason I just brought it up because I remember like telling somebody like characters matter, and they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you see in My Hero, one thing I gave credit with the first couple of chapters, if you pay attention, real life working people with no connection to the cast are impeded and held back by villains and heroes getting into fights. I'm gonna be late for work, this and that, and the third. A lot of shows have like the JRPG problem. Things only happen when the main character or cast come to town or come to the village or come to the building. But a good show or a good book or a good game always has people's lives constantly in motion, regardless of not the important people are there. And I was talking about that. Like that's a very important part of world building. Because all you can know, because we could have just not had that. But it's like, yo, I'm gonna be late for work because All Might is fighting with what the fuck is that guy's name? One for All. So, anyways, yeah, stuff like that. Maybe Dumas fights Yama and concludes his arc. We'll see. If if we would know those hidden memories and trauma from the past, they probably lived through it together with the other family heads. I honestly don't know what would drive the story forward. Going against Zahard right away, it feels somewhat unnecessary to drag out the story with not much happening fillers. I agree with you. I'm like, what? When do we just get to like the thing or to the point? Because I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna stick it out just at minimum for just in general a complete other year. But I do think he could, and he could. This is like me trying to warn you guys, like I did during the last station. I believe if he's not careful, he could do irreparable damage to the series moving forward with the two family heads. Why there's conflict and things of that nature. I'm going to use an example of why I stopped reading or watching something called Ruby, RWBY, Monty rest in peace, Rooster Teeth, all that great stuff. Because the actual backdrop for the major conflict with Salem, I think her name was Salem and Ozpin. I remember if they had different names. I'm like, okay, we're getting the actual official backdrop and backstory for what sets the whole world of Grimm into conflict and whatnot. Because these two immortal beings or whatever. And I'm like, if that's not compelling, you're cooked. And guess what? It wasn't compelling, and I knew it was cooked, and I stopped watching Ruby that day. And I think if the backdrop for but let me add this caveat. That's if the 13 great families, the 10 great families and or jihad are the actual end game, as I brought up in my most recent video. If they're not the end game, then it's not a problem. If there's actual like administrators and demons, hidden irregulars, or people on the verge of becoming an access or something behind the jihad empire where they locked it off with the 13 month series and the two keys, that's the rings of Karaka and Ojai Wagnan, then different story, different ball game. But if these family heads are kind of supposed to be the end game, I don't think if he's not careful, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Probably oh life. I mean, I'm fine with Bam being the final villain and Rachel finally kills him. That's kind of funny. Been saying for a minute that Arlene the true enemy of the tower, but we'll have to see. By Odin's beard, that's another one too. Yeah. By Neptune's crack, huh? I kind of want Rachel to kill Jihad. That'd be interesting. Maggie does it really well. Yes, Maggie is a really great series. Maggie is good if the ending rushed. I don't hate it either. I like the ending of Maggie. Bam knows much about the main plot about the 13 warriors than the readers, which is ironic. It's kind of like reverse dramatic irony. Yeah, he knows more than we know. Arba is a really good villain. Do you think Arlene's soul or some sort of data of hers in the mass location of the 14th Great Warriors? My guess is no. No. I don't think so. I know why you're asking it though. I think there's enough threads to think that it could be related to Arlene and her leaving the tower or something of the sort, but no. I personally believe it could be something that could take away the immortality of the family heads, but I think it's probably related to things sealed daughter. And new sprout reminds me of like a plant growing. and it just reminds me of what Nen said about the tower being originally machines and plants, and I think that there's some significance there. I always believe we will get TOG Part 2 with the outside world. I used to believe that, but I don't know. Because I don't think the Tales user story universe is something that he can feasibly do at this point. But I don't know. Oh my glob. Yes, oh my glob. Exactly. Like Adventure Time. See? Yeah, you get it. I remember when SIU went on about TOG being his first part of his future. Tales, wow, Tales of the Universe has if he ain't even saying that shit no more. I expect the story will end with Rachel having some cliche turnaround, sacrificing herself to help Bam and kill Jihad. I don't think I definitely don't think that he's probably capable of really doing that unless they're all really short or something. Because I think Tower God took a lot more out of him than he probably initially realized, and he's done a lot of retroactive continuity in the series already. So, but that's hard to say. I don't have the answer. SCU on his Togashi pack nowadays, he ain't got to hit him no more. How do you feel if SIU interrupts the family heads round two? I halfway expect it, so I probably wouldn't be shocked. Um, but I do think there needs to be some type of actual conclusion to this conflict, whether it's the destruction of one of them, all of their family members except them at least getting the memories back, or one of them getting the memories back, getting sealed, imprisoned. I think something along those lines has to happen, but that's just my opinion. Because the truth is, I have no idea where we're going. When we started this shit, with like The Bachelor, like, oh, for Bam's love. I promise you, I did not think we were coming here. We're gonna be like, yo, my nigga, you have the power of a tree, but you don't act like a tree. Like I didn't see none of this coming. I really did it. I did. I didn't know they had some lost memories, and I did. I had no clue. So I'm not the best person to ask. The Oda of Webtoon, indeed. Facts. I think it is something to do with Arlene because we know that Trauma does not know about V, Arlene, or Bam, and makes sense why that spirit said they don't remember. But I guess my question to you is: Did everybody forget this? I think I've asked this before, but remind me again where you guys stand on this. Did everybody forget the same things, or did everybody forget something specific, or did everybody forget something specific about the same ordeal? Is basically what I'm asking. So let's say the memory is that Tramray took a poop on Arlene's bed, Amber Turd style. Do they all misremember something about the turd event? Do they all not remember the turd event, or is it just different memories in general? That's kind of what I'm trying to pinpoint right now. I think that's important to know. Maybe Jahad will come through personally to stop the family head clash. I don't know, just some hope in my mind. That would be a little bit better. Hell, even if they remember and Gustang and Tramray team up to support Bam, that would be something. All I know is that we got to have more clash piece. We ain't seeing a full Tramray versus Gustang fight. I'm thinking they all forgot a specific event. I don't believe. It seems like different things, but they all could be connected to Arlene and Veer some way and got Arlene pockets so punishment. I think they all forgot the same thing. Tromber Tromber Herd Tromber Herd. By the way, Naya, did I watch all the mysteries of TOG video? No, you never. Did you send it to me? I told you to send it to me. I don't think you sent it to me. But no, I didn't watch that. I'll be watching The Wire. And I went out. And I went out this weekend. I went out. I went out. I held something here on Friday, and my boy turned 30 and got engaged on Saturday. So we had a '90s party for him. And on Sunday, I had a small haunted house thing. But I mostly spent the day editing and resting. I was working on the Monkey D. Luffy versus 25th band video, because me and Pat spoke for about half an hour. So there's a lot of footage I gotta get. So, but no, probably what really happened to V. I like that. Sounds like they forgot, but how they stored memories away is very depending on the person. Trauma seems to be a person of a great ghost of one. Oh my bad. Let me find this and send it to you. Yeah, but We'll see what this loose leg guy is going to do. Is he strong enough himself to pierce through all of the third army of the Pobedal family? That might, if he's that strong, I might give credence to what loose leg can already do. Which is interesting. How do you guys think loose leg really plays into all of this personally? Does he just observe? Does he help the downfall come? Does he want to get? Does he want to smoke both of them? Like, how do you think he plays into this? Because he's like, well, Bam is here. Let's help him out a little bit, you know? What y'all think he cooking up, man? Why is he here? Like, honestly, why is he here? Is what I want to know, right? Gustang got cucked by the figure, and now Fedez has it after forgetting everyone. It's crazy. Chamare, oops. Oh, Chamare, yeah. Gustang knows more about Arlene V because he talked about them on the floor of death. That's true. It seems pretty clear they all lost different memories because Trom does not remember V or Arlene, but has the feeling of them. Bringing Loose Like was the trickiest thing SCU could have done, in your opinion. Trickiest in a good way or a bad thing? Bam plus Loose Leg greater than Dumas, maybe. I definitely think Dumas is not stronger than Loose Leg, and I think Bam at full power is stronger than Dumas, but that's just me. For Bam, but talking on equalish terms. Now I'm talking about Loose Leg. Like what is he about to do? Why is he here? Loose Leg gonna try and steal kill one of the family heads, LMAO? That's what I was saying. I was saying he about to do what I do when I play Smash Bros. Or like Rivals of Aether with my friend. I don't do none of the work, but once someone's percent's like 110, I come and I swoop in to kill with like an up air or something, or like a back air or whatever. I'm actually surprised we saw Lustig again. I thought his first appearance would be the only time we see him this arc. I am too. I'm in that camp. I didn't expect to see him again. But the guy who escorted him here seems to be like about to do something crazy. So we'll see. You didn't miss anything. Ruby only got worse from there. I also wonder. Oh, I know. I know Ruby got. I mean this with my heart and soul when I say this. I don't remember their names. Is it Carrie Shaw? Shaw and Carrie, whatever their name. Those are some of the absolute most putrid writers I've ever had the displeasure of having to experience like what they're putting out in the world. They cannot write for a for their fucking lives. They are absolutely putrid, awful. At the age of 6, I was capable of crafting a better story than those two fucking morons. Monty is in his grave rolling. They ruined what he had going. But I'll say that for another day. I have a Ruby rant on my channel if you guys care. There's a video where I rant about how fucking ass that shit became. What I wanted to know is how did the book Taxi know about the higher floors but he not real? I don't know. Tricky in a bad way. The only competition for Loose Like is the family head, really and truly. So SLU has to bring in um well, you see, blood matter for it to make sense. Loose Light gang up on Trauma with Gustang or gang up with Gustang with Trauma doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if blood matter has to come, but I like the idea of blood matter showing up. He's the one I want to see the most. So looks like we'll be there to give exposition and commentary. He might shoot a beam at the end. Ha, fair. Ruby has really wasted potential. Ruby is wasted potential because those guys cannot write. I will never forget this line because I don't know it verbatim, but at this point, like, I just had to be like, I think I had enough. I reached my threshold, bro. It had to do with the silver eyes or whatever the fuck. I don't even remember. And they were in some well, and the old Death Reaper Mexican lady was like, "Oh, you have silver eyes? Okay, here's what you have to do. What the fuck did you say? Your friend, you have people you have people you love, right? Like your friends and your family. Yes. All right. Forget about them. Don't think about them. And think about the people in your lives that you care about and would care about you. So my friends and family, who's writing this shit? You're fucking garbage. How do you have a job? How are you not fired? I can't believe they're getting away with this. What the fuck was that line? That's when I reached my threshold. I'm like, I'm too smart for this. I cannot sit to this any longer. I rather watch Dragon Ball Super. That shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways. Oh my god, that line, I'm dead, and it just gets worse. Wait, I get it now. SAU reads One Piece and said I can make an event with a bunch of hype names to get people interested in the arc. But that payoff, man, I feel like bringing in characters like this without the payoff is gonna really leave a bad taste in some people's mouths. But obviously, there'll be people who just eat it up no matter what because they have no ability to think critically, and all they can do is dick ride and circle jerk. But I think that people with even a semblance of having brain cells will be like, if this is how these interactions are gonna go, I don't know if I care about the rest of them. So that all remains to be seen, though. But yeah, it's weird because I haven't disliked the last three chapters. I'd say I think I'm just ready to get to the new Sprout great game at this point. Like, you didn't figure out anything in the maze. You didn't figure out anything in the book. So I don't even know why we bothered spending that much time on it. Red herrings, blah blah blah. Fucking handcuffs and keys, and the ass ratchet dying. Like, just get to the fucking match at this point. That's all I'm asking. Okay, times two speed to the match, and then I'll judge it from there. I'm tired of all this in between stuff because it's not doing it anything but kind of bloating the story as far as I'm concerned on a personal level. Your point about the payoff not being worth it is what's giving me anxiety. I feel it. I'll send the video to my Discord. Thank you. Let me just open it so I know it's. Where'd you post in Apes or in Tower of God? Or did you DM it to me? Maybe you posted in Tower of God. Let me see. Tower of Baam. Yeah. Okay. I see it. Thank you. I see it. Thank you. Willie just invaded the server to send you the wait, what? The Cognito Hazard. Um the dog side quest and Bam running back and forth from the two locations were peak Naya. What do you want about? Is this reminds me of like the I'm like thinking of recent things like the K9 Toon Festival, the Fight for Bam's Love, though that one I'm willing to give a pass because you Tramare never planned on letting that be a thing. I don't know, bro. I never thought I'd be here with Tower of God. If you asked me 10 years ago, man, I never thought I'd be here with this series. There was a time where you could not say anything about Tower of God in my presence that was negative. I would bar you the hell up. I would tell you, suck the longest hair of my ass. You don't know greatness like Slave in Utero. But if there's one long running theme with me, a lot of the things that I love the most end up betraying me in the end. There's a few exceptions. I'd say Legend of Zelda is one of the few, though I'm probably one of the people who's the lowest on Tears of the Kingdom in hindsight and retrospect. Though I loved it, I still loved it, but I need to write Ganondorf. Yo, Numa, let me write Ganondorf the next time that he appears. It's time. Give me the pen. Let me do this. Kingdom Hearts, Danganronpa. I think Ace Attorney has done a good job, all things considered. I like the Greatest Attorney games. I didn't like Dual Destinies though, but they bounced back from that. I guess that's just my life. These things that run along at some point, I don't know. There's a disconnect or something goes wrong along the way. Maybe stories on a week to week basis are never meant to really last this long. Like you should wrap it up earlier, or at least do them in parts, the way Araki does it. Though Araki's a little bit different because it's a generational story, but still, maybe you need to do a Dragon Ball, then a Dragon Ball Z in manga form specifically, a Naruto Shippuden. You know what I'm saying? So, Naya, you look the back there, head down, shoulders down, hoodie up. It's It's no one's. It's just like I'm tired of like. I'm just tired. I'm just tired, man. Anyway, what is Hansen doing? He was kidnapped by Trom, knowing something about immortality, and just vanished. Where? Oh, I forgot about him. That's true. We think it's probably blood matter related, but yeah, I don't know. I do look back on early season two and get sad if TOG had started the way season three had been. And I know for a fact I would have held down. SC really hurt us. Oh, huh? SC needs to steal the JoJo model, keep things fresh. I don't know. Him and Araki are so vastly different in storytelling styles, though. I'm sorry if I look depressed. My bad. Didn't mean to look like that on stream, but what is bugging me is we still don't know about Kun's plan. It's been like 30 chapters. We still don't nothing. Those 5 weeks of Nokubera and only TOG will be tough. Might be. Might have to replace it with something for the time being. I don't know, but I still want to say that I think that since his comeback, he's been mostly good than he has been bad, and I've had enjoyed a lot of stretches and a lot of things and moments and characters like Lobodon, especially Tiara, my guy Zamkun. But I feel like he's fell back into some bad habits that I'm personally not a fan of. So yeah. Also, Araki make accessible parts and Magic Tower God had parts. He has 3 seasons, I suppose, but I don't know, man. When do you guys think we'll get that payoff or next step or next tidbit of the Wolhaiksong person that pulled up here? Sooner rather than later, or later rather than sooner, or you don't know? Naya, you look like you're about to give us that basic black person speech, like all my life I had to fight. Chief, you still look mad sad. Hey man, I had to get it out the mud. I'm still in it though. In your guys' opinion, which two, three character deaths at the end of the arc would you like to see would make the story slap for you? For me, I personally would have already killed Hajin Sung. That's just me though. I would not necromance his corpse around here, but um, Gustang and or Traumery, definitely. I would get rid of one of them personally. I would, but after they get a immaculate display of power, competence, and all of those things, but I'd get rid of one of them. I would. Yeah, Strato's already dead. As much as I'm kind of upset with Yama, I'm not gonna say Yama or Karaka because they're the Slayers up and coming or whatever. But they kind of seem like a waste of time. They might as well just die. I think Kidin or Lobodon have to go, or maybe Laura. One of those three will be my second choice. I kind of feel like it'd hurt more if it was Lobodon because he's actually loyal and not Kidin so much. But I don't know. Maybe one of those. El Bozo. Kill El Bozo just for me because I'm like, fuck him, just die. I want Elaine to spit on him, be like, bitch, spit on him and spit on El Baba. You know how Dio spit on his dad on Dario Brando's grave? I want him to spit on the grave, something like that. Um, but yeah, I'd already killed Hodgin Song. I wouldn't have necromanced his corpse like this because I don't really know what his role here is. Like Bam is stronger than you. He doesn't need you anymore. Karaka needs you. Go train Karaka. So anything that's weekly that's impressed you recently? I'm not mad at Jujutsu Kaisen, if that counts. JoJo Lines is monthly, that doesn't count. And my comic books aren't weekly. They come out sometimes bi-weekly, bi-monthly, so those don't count either. I guess no. Just Kubera. Kubera's the only thing on a week-to-week basis. Like, I might be sad because Kurigama's mean, but Kubera's probably the only thing I've been reading week-to-week that I've enjoyed thoroughly from top to bottom. Like, all the time. It's later, like in 10 chapters, not until the game is near the end. I want to know what FUG's plan is after getting rid of the family has. Do they have a system in place? We just we just chaos because it'll be chaos and no Korean thoughts. I don't have the. I keep forgetting to get into Discord. I don't have the thing. Please, no. Guero's not gonna go anywhere yet. I don't think. Rack, Vanka could go too secretly, but don't let TR trick you. SAU is Nah, Tiara's is still still fun though. I would have had Rachel kill, couldn't remove him. Fair. Get her fraudulent last up and out of here. Doom could have died too. Yeah, disappointment. Mid Moron would be good. Yeah, Moron. But Doan can go. A good fourth of the cast could be unalived. I just think we could at least trim the fat. I don't be like, yo, this character retired to this floor and open up a noodle shop. Like, just get out the story. Like, I don't care about like Misang, bro. Like, it's just not like it. The fact that I opened this book again myself must mean at the moment has come when I wish everything in the towers be destroyed. Why do you think Gustang write this in the book if he wasn't supposed to read the book himself? I don't know. Do you think Yuji is falling behind in terms of an MC for his own series? Oh, JJK. No. I think it's kind of obvious what Gigi Gege Akutami is doing. I think he's trying to build up the accumulative suffering of Yuji and have him explode at the right moment. And I think that he's gonna be ultimately the one to take out Sukuna because the one person Sukuna doesn't respect, it's Yuji. And I think it's been very obvious with all the stuff Mahito put him through and the stuff that he went through and losing, having the Shibuya incident happen and losing the body the body swap thing. Like I think he's building up Yuji's suffering. It's hard to see where the story is going because we have the pre-knowledge of the blog post, Three Lords, Black for You, and etc. Imagine if you told us about Wang Wang and his backstory, we'd be bored and get disappointed. I do think sometimes knowing some stuff ahead is a bad thing if you're not gonna like. That's why I don't know if he still does blog posts, but I kind of like. That's why I like when authors don't tease things. Like just let it happen. Let the work speak for itself. That's why I think I will not speak for myself on this personally because the editors did not hype me up for Wano, but they hyped up a lot of people. I just think Wano, from a content standpoint, is some of the worst One Piece content in the series, bar none. I don't think it's very good. Mediocre at best, if I'm being nice. But I think if they stop fucking talking, Oda's been so excited to write this arga, da 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 da, do da booty beady, bada boo baba. People just came in with like regular expectations. Not that Oda's so hyped to do this. He's probably gonna put his entire back into it, and then we got the shit that we fucking got. That would be a twist. Wagner killing Gustang with a weapon and bringing him back to the story at big time. I kind of like that idea. All things considered, like the sword that he got from the hidden floor is he had to take out actually a family. That's interesting. And to me, that's the best part of season three. What the backstory of Wang Wang and then Naya. All things considered, I've always given that backstory its justice. I think I said I think the in concept the idea of Immort and Bay Road and him helping Yama in the cage or whatever is more impressive. But I've never been mad at the three Baylord brothers and the Nennea and Wang Wang stuff. Like Wang Wang's kind of a burger in my opinion. I don't like people who are subservient like that, but I didn't hate it, which is why I never took it bad. But I probably still would rather the Immort stuff. What you don't want to see Bam and all his friends are at the end of the story eat together at a restaurant owned by Serena. Hey, shout out to Serena, man. But but they need some of these characters need to go like Masang or Gosang and is it Barrow and them like just get out the story. Boro, I'm sorry, Hockney, y'all don't need to be around to be here at all. And then and probably bring back some of the ones who at least if you give them a power up they didn't earn, you have built an excuse. Ran, direct descendant, one of the most impressive regulars we've seen. Anak, Demi Princess. She's out here on her vengeance. I don't dislike Hockney, but what does he do? Like we have so many characters who are here to do what? What's your thematic role? What is your thematic role here? I like Elaine, but if you're not gonna do anything with Elaine, don't bring her into the story. Leave her out of it. I don't care how much I like her. I'm tired of these necromance corps just standing around doing stuff. What the fuck has Rack done? Rack is just here. I don't like. It's more annoying to me with the inflated, bloated cast with a bunch of people who just stand around and do nothing and exposit. Get out of here or do something useful. It's mad annoying. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. Peace. All right. Peace out, man. Wagner coming back. Don't do that. Don't give me hope. Friends was in quotes with fair quotations. Been saying alligator dead since been dead since oh my god. Alligator for dead since 2016. Rot your ass, clap. Ah, I do want to make it clear though. I did not dislike this chapter. I'm kind of like somewhat like indifferent and ready to go to the new game, but I didn't dislike it. I still think the imagery stuff was good, with no words and Gustang opening the book and Traumray getting out the maze and stuff, and the parallels to them both finishing their task but getting no new information out of it, still not remembering and having to fight without the memories. Um, Tiara's joke, that was good. Lobodon and his family stuff, that was nice to see. I think that was good extra tidbit. And yeah, been you play Spider-Man 2? No. I actually finally like am probably ready to play them. I haven't remember I keep telling you guys I haven't played the Miles Morales in between DLC game expansion, whatever it is. I've only played Spider-Man PS4, the Game of the Year edition when it was $13. So I might probably still wait for a big price drop, but I will. I did promise I would play the Miles Morales thing on stream, so when I get to that, I'll play it. My Steam Deck and Steam Dock is here, so now I can stream it off my Steam Deck. I just have to figure out how to set it up properly and get the like it's pretty powerful, so I have to get it right that like it doesn't blow my computer up in the process. But I'm probably gonna use that with Simi's the computer Simi got for me. So just be patient. So sad we haven't seen Rock since the name since the end of the name hunt. He actually might be dead. Yeah, we lost the rock that we cared about since I don't know, since he used Stone Edge and Rock Throw against Levi, the Korean Riddler, Scantron, Question Man. So yeah, he came through with white, absorbed some power. But I'm sorry if I came across as very dejected and stuff. But I'm exhausted. I'm tired. This is very it's very mentally draining to have to come on here to constantly read something that's not particularly moving me. You know what I'm saying? It's just draining. That's all. But I'm still excited for the great game. I hope that the a battle or match between two family heads delivers. I really do. I'm holding out hope, but if it could be a make or break point if it doesn't pay off the way that it should. Unless, like I said in that video, the family heads are actually not the end game, and we're saving some demonic stuff for later. But I'm gonna wrap up. What was your guys' favorite panel? Favorite piece of dialogue? And if you had to rate the chapter out of 10, what would you rate it? If you had to, well, my favorite piece of dialogue is probably her saying this: "Let's kill each other," and things like, "Yo, just play rock paper scissors." One of the Gustang panels were my favorite when he was sitting down. Let me see if I can find which one it was. I don't know, one of them sitting down. That nigga's tall, bro. He gotta be like 6'8". We'll also see what Dumas is up to, so what he can cook up. 7, the guy becoming a book, a Gustang's book text. The great game doesn't deliver. It might be over. Might be Jover. It's Jover. Gustang in a chair. I like the last panel. Chapter was decent, nothing amazing, but we can expect more when SOU is building up to the main event, in my opinion. No, don't do that. Don't make excuses for him. You're better than that. You have to make excuses for him. Build up and setting up to something can be just as exciting, if not more exciting, than that event itself. I don't believe that. I don't believe that that's something you should have to accept as a reader. Don't accept that. Yes, build up to something can be just as exciting as the event itself. The same way I say the behind the scenes of why something happened can be just as interesting, like the making of could be just as interesting as the final product. I think some readers accept too many things as like a natural reality of storytelling, and I don't believe that. I'll give you an example. It's the MC. Of course he has plot armor. Oh my god. It's one of the most brain dead statements I've been combating for like 6 fucking years. It's like a main character cannot struggle. Like a main character will always get out of a situation contrived. Like I haven't seen series where the main character fucking dies, fails miserably, might get out the situation, but at a great cost. Lose a limb, lose an ability, lose a family member, whatever the case is, or something of the sort. Like, do not accept that shit. I feel like some of you guys accept some shit you do not have to deal with. I've seen stories where they've had a false main character, so to speak, or like a false chosen one. Like, there's so many interesting things you can do, whether it's subverting natural things like the hero's journey. That like you don't have to do hero journey. You can subvert it, or you can take parts of it and remix it in your own way. One thing I like about art and literature and storytelling is that there isn't necessarily one right way to do something. Does it work for your story? Yeah, maybe, yeah, Goku's a static character. He doesn't really change. but that works for the story of Dragon Ball. It's not problematic, and other characters change as a result of meeting Goku. But maybe in a different story like Berserk, they need to be dynamic. They need to change with the events that are happening around them. Case by case, there's not one size fits all, not one brush paints all colors. So remember that. Favorite panel is loose like look at the ceiling. Seems like me after reading this mid chapter. Best part was shower as usual. 5.5, down zero point 0.5 from last week for the empty book tax panels. The star panel was actually pretty nice. I like that panel too. Every chapter in a story can be good. Yes. The being talking the being talking to trauma is pretty good as well. That was good. If I was SLU, I'd kill off number one Bam supporter Cha since introduction was never intrigued me. Best pedal tiara hitting the anime glasses pose. 100, yep. Panel. 100%. I hear what you're saying, but I'm being relative. If even if SLU made the next few chapters fantastic as the chess game would be, it wouldn't be the best way to grow anticipation or hype. You have to let the curry goat simmer, bro. I agree that GOG needs consensuses. That is why the push is so iconic. We will need a family head dead or have a bomb a flashback. Can we change Cha for more on instead? Yes, we can. Or characters can be awful, but their writing makes them likable. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not again. My only point was that's not something that needs to be accepted. Like setting up something or building up to an event has to be boring or lesser than. Like yes, okay, you simmer the curry go before you want to put the temperature higher. I get your point, but I'm just saying like there's certain things that I think some people say, and I'm like, why do you just accept that as a reality? You know? But okay, we will have the YouTube stream tomorrow. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I wanted to get some editing done and still rest and relax. Because I got some stressful things on Friday, so to speak. Check out my Dino Ace video if you haven't yet. My recommendation video. I'm proud of that one. There will be a reborn video this Thursday coming out. I'm talking about real quick. Would you guys rather me talk about Black Lagoon next or Psychopaths? If you had to pick one, just real quick. Because I'm kind of debating what I want to do after I edit the Monkey D. Luffy and Bam video, but the YouTube video will be YouTube stream will be tomorrow. You said Black Lagoon, okay. Psychopaths. Just know that I haven't seen the third season yet, so I've only seen season one, two, in the movie. Just so you know, I don't know either of the two. A Black Lagoon is with Revy two hands. Never seen a girl with like the tattoos, the Chinese girl with the red hair and the two gun stuff. Maybe her and Black Guy Rock. I'm sorry, not Rock. Black guy's not Rock. Rock is the Japanese dude, right? Jesus Christ. Psychopaths, Black. Black is killing me because I'm thinking of Bible Black. But okay. Black, but both are good. On the third mini season is fire. I've also read the light novels for Black Lagoon too, so I want to add that in there. My first draft for each are just about done, so I'll put it on Patreon if you guys want to read the first draft and see anything I need to add. You think so? But yeah, um, what's Bible Black? Well, I'm glad you asked. It is one of the greatest hentai of our generation of the 2000s. We got Bible Black New Guidance, Bible Black Guidance, New Testament. It's an eroge game that got adapted into a hentai or doji or whatever. So yeah. So um yeah, it's like the blue girls, the blue girls, your Viper GTSs and stuff. I was a degenerate. I watched a lot of fucking hentai, Queen's Blade, all that shit. So never heard of it. No, really. Only seen the anime for Lagoon. Have watched Psychopaths. Okay. Ikito Sen peak action for Ecchi. Yeah, I feel it. I'm not mad at that. But all right. We'll talk more with the YouTube people tomorrow about Tower of God. I have some questions I want to ask them, and I have a poll I'm gonna run too, so it should be interesting. But yeah. Bible Black has sequels? Yo, bro. See, I play. We'll save this for the Big Man Ting stream. Big Man Ting stream. We'll save that for another day. What's the link to Bible Black thing? Asking for SIU? I promise you, if you Google Bible Black, there's not a site that won't give it to you. That's adult in nature.